We'll just get started talking about your new song, Yours, which dropped today. I mean, congratulations. So the song is kind of like a walk down memory lane, it seems, of like your life and your career. So tell me about the inspiration behind the lyrics.
Well, I mean, I knew I wanted to write, a romantic love song. I'm in obviously a very romantic place in my life personally, and but it's kind of hard to do that and set your song apart from so many others. So I knew I kind of had to let my guard down and be a little bit more vulnerable, and so I just kind of went on this journey of talking about what it's like being me from the beginning, and what that means to so many people. And inevitably coming to the conclusion that my new favorite role is to be this special somebody. So it was a really difficult writing process. It took a lot of time, weeks, if not a couple months, to actually get it all out. But I'm really proud of it. I think it really represents who I am today and where I came from and my journey. And I think it's just the tip of the iceberg for the rest of this project that I'm working on.
Nice. And you also gave us a video for this song, and it kind of shows you in various different characters. So how did that idea come together?
Well, I mean, I think the song kind of calls for it. When you listen to the lyrics, obviously I'm playing all these different characters and all these different people. And, I love to play different characters. I love to play dress up just for fun, and jump into different characters. So my stylist, Melissa Lynn, who I've been working with for years, kind of harnessed it and put together all these looks, some of which were, these sort of classic, Jesse McCartney circa 2004 looks, and, to make the video what it is. And I think in a time where it's so hard to engage or get people's engagement, it's a really cool device in terms of getting people to lock onto the screen, because they're like, well, what's he going to dress up like next? So it was a lot of fun.
Nice. And you mentioned that you're working on a new project. So, what can you tell us about the new music to come?
Well, I think Yours is definitely a good representative of the rest of the music. I think this whole album is very reflective and introspective. I think it's, the most personal songwriting I've ever done. It's certainly the most honest and the most vulnerable. I think growing up, I always had a hard time sort of letting my guard down, just because there's so many people watching at all times. And I think this album is probably the closest thing to, a one-on-one sit-down interview. It's a really personal, you kind of get to understand what's tumbling around in my head at any given moment.
Nice. I like that. And then obviously your relationship with your fiancée, Katie, seems to have influenced a lot of your music over the past few years. And one of my personal favorites is Better With You. But how has that connection influenced your songwriting and the evolution of everything?
She's my muse, she's definitely become the center of a lot of my songwriting, but it's hard not to when you're in this place, when you're in this sort of giddy place. We've been together almost 8 years, and it's hard to be with somebody that long and have them not influence your songwriting in one way or another, and she's incredible. She's an incredible writer and friend, and she's so compassionate and loving and kind, and we have so many things in common, and it makes it really easy as a songwriter. She makes it really easy as a songwriter.
Thanks. I'm sure she loves that too. And then you guys got engaged last fall. So, how and when did you know that she was the one?
She held my feet to the fire. No, I'm just kidding. No, listen, I kind of knew it, probably years before that. And I don't know really what took so long, to be honest, especially if you ask her. But it was one of those things where I just kind of realized, like, I can't imagine my life being any different. Like, I just love how it is now and how perfect it is. And she really we complement each other, and she brings out all of my best qualities, which I love. And she helps me curb my bad ones. And that's, she's just a really good friend.
And then have you guys been making any progress with wedding planning so far, or has that been put on hold?
We've been trying. I mean, obviously we can't go see venues at this point, but we did fall in love with the very first venue we saw. And maybe that's just like, every couple that goes to look at a wedding venue. But I think this place was pretty magnificent. And we actually tried to get a date in the fall, and it literally got scooped up the day we went to call in to request. It got scooped that morning. So we're looking at spring of 2021 now, and which I think is fine just because of, this craziness that's happening now. And between that, and I'd like to be back on tour at some point this year if I can. So I'd like to get all that out of the way so we can just like focus on our day and focus on that, amazing weekend.
Yeah, enjoy the moment. And speaking of like being quarantined right now with this situation, you guys have kind of come up with a little IG series, The Quarantine Couple. So I mean, how did that idea come about and what inspired that?
Honestly, it was Katie's idea. I mean, I was so focused on, just getting this music finished, and we literally shot the music video 2 days before the quarantine. So I was stressed out and freaked out about that. And then she's like, we might as well do something creative. We're going to be stuck in a house together for the next however long.
Yeah.
And so we both just started writing these little skits, these little 12 to 15 second sketches of what it's like being in a relationship where you cannot leave the house. And it just kind of became this thing, and it was really fun. It was just like a fun little project we put together, and she did all the editing, which is really incredible because I'm bad at editing, and all the comedy I think is in the editing. And yeah, I mean, we're already coming up with ideas for a 4th episode or a 4th installment, but we're kind of running low on ideas. We feel like we've done all the things that a couple can possibly do.
How accurate are the episodes to like your real life? Are you guys just hanging out?
Spot on. That is us in a nutshell. I mean, we hang out, we binge watch Friends over and over again. We love to cook. We both love being in the kitchen. So we're always sort of like critiquing each other's food, which can be great and also really annoying. We both love we have dance parties in the living room. We put on Taylor Swift and we drink wine and get weird.
Yeah. And then you celebrated a birthday yesterday. Happy belated birthday. I saw that you guys kind of did like a little brunch and then a little quarantina. So, I mean, how did that celebration go?
Yeah, that was a little surprise treat from my dearest. I mean, she's always doing fun stuff like that. Those are kind of the moments that we have together that are actually organic and fun. Like that's something we would do regardless of whether or not Instagram was like, we put it on Instagram. That is something that also it's like, when you're having a birthday inside on a rainy day during quarantine, there's not much else you can do. And then afterwards, we actually had like a very big group Zoom with all of my friends. There's probably like, I'd say 25, 30 people on a Zoom call. And we had like a big birthday celebration, a birthday toast, which was really nice. So it was a really fun night. I'm stuffed with enchiladas though. I'm doing it today.
And then I had one last question, and then I wanted to do like a little quarantine confessions, but there's been a lot of speculation. I don't know if you've heard that you are the turtle on The Masked Singer. So, I mean, have you been watching this season? Have you heard the rumors? What's your reaction?
I watched an episode from a few weeks ago because everyone kept talking about it, and I'm flattered. I mean, I like what I see. It's not me, and it's not everyone keeps thinking that it's me, and I think there's somebody else that they keep comparing that person to. But I mean, it's a cool show. I love watching Ken Jeong. He's hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. It's not me.
Not you. Oh well, disappointing for the fans. Okay, then I have like a really quick quarantine confessions. Okay, so what has been your guilty pleasure during quarantine?
What hasn't been my guilty pleasure? We've been moving our way through this house. Honestly, I mean, I think everyone can agree that Tiger King is just content gold. Whoever made that documentary is a genius. Let's see. I don't know. I have like a stash of chocolate and like a candy drawer in my house that I keep returning to every single day and telling myself, all right, diet starts tomorrow. No more Swedish fish, no more Starbursts. But I don't know. I still find my way to that drawer.
Yeah, I have a drawer of Smarties that I keep going back to, so no judgment. What's the most embarrassing thing that your significant other has caught you doing in quarantine?
It's good. Oh man. Boy.
Nothing? Are you guys just kind of like embarrassment free at this point?
Yeah, we're pretty. I mean, 8 years in, there's nothing at this point. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I will say, like, there are times where I can feel her just like making her way to a different room. She said to me the other day, like, really? Are we still in those sweatpants, or are we gonna change? Like, don't be mistaken. I'm in a nice like shirt and jacket, but right now I have like my sweatpants on underneath it.
I mean, that's the way to do it. That was actually my next question. Like, what's your go-to outfit of the day?
Yeah, I'm usually just in my sweats or like my running, like my workout my shorts, my hiking clothes. I'm in, no position to be dressing up right now. I don't think any of us are, but I still gotta look nice for Access Hollywood.
Exactly. What time is happy hour?
Oh boy, some days it's been like 3:34. we do the old. It's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. But yeah, we had some like sangria at like noon the other day. So, I mean, anything goes at this point.
Yeah, exactly. What? Oh, you already said Tiger King. So I was gonna ask what your quarantine TV binge watch recommendation is, but I'm guessing it's Tiger King.
I love Tiger King, and I also love Ozarks. I mean, we literally crushed season 3 on. We started at 9 a.m. on Sunday, and we did not leave the couch until 7 p.m. that night.
Love it.
Ozarks, which I loved.
And then final question, what is the grossest habit that you've picked up? Like, some people have been skipping showers, like anything?
I mean, I gotta be honest, like I probably haven't done any real full workouts in at least 2 or 3 weeks. And that's not a fun habit. And I'm just like a habitual snacker now, which I don't like. I just we finish a meal and I'm like, all right, how long before we eat lunch? Like, it's one of those. So I'll get over it. I got to get outside and start running and, keep up.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, and definitely excited to hear more of your new music.
Thanks, Gabby. I really appreciate it. It's nice speaking with you.